Yaya is going to use his parlay winnings to throw a big Super Bowl party down in Miami. And we're just talking to Yaya. He already has the whole weekend planned out. So this is just to fund it.
We got a nice house. Nobody should bother us.
You already had this whole thing planned out.
Oh, yeah. We got the projector already coming in.
The security deposit's already down.
Welcome to Parlay Hot Seat, the show where you call in with your big money parlays. And if we like them, we'll fund them. Maybe. I'm Overtime Day, and I've got two sports betting venture capitalists riding with me today. Katie Mox, who is a diehard 49ers fan. Katie, are the Niners winning this weekend?
Oh, hell yeah, baby.
Into Lambeau?
Into Lambeau. I'll have everyone remember that Colin Kaepernick went and ran all over them in the frozen tundra, so we about to do it again.
And Alex Englert, a.k.a. Ace, a.k.a. Overtime Ace, who I think has stopped crying from Big Ben playing his last game. Is that true?
Yeah, I finally stopped. I'm out of tissues, so I kind of had to.
Hey, let's go. On the line, we have Carrie from Virginia. Now, it says here when Carrie's parlay hits, she's going to use the money to go on a beach vacation to Florida. Now, it's snowing here in New York today, so that sounds like the absolute best use of your money. What's your parlay today?
Hey guys, so my parlay today is an anytime touchdown parlay. It's 6 legs. I've got Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown, Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Leonard Fournette, and Derrick Henry.
Woo! So the odds on this 6-team parlay, 6-prop parlay, should I say, are plus 5,251. So $100 will pay out to over $5,300. $250 will pay out to over 13 grand. Woo. I know you love these anytime touchdown props, as you've been on the show before. You always come with them. Ace, what are your initial thoughts on this parlay?
Oh, man. My first thought is I'd like to go to Florida, too. So if we win enough, maybe we can all go. I love this. I love the anytime touchdown props. Like my favorite thing to bet on. My fear in this is that it's almost too much of a good thing, right? You almost have no oddballs. I feel like in the playoffs, there's always some kind of oddball that scores, a wide receiver 3, a fullback or something. It feels like we have every star for every team, and that's my main concern here, honestly, is that it's all the favorites to score for every team. And I feel like that
is there one in particular that
I feel like
bothers you?
I think that Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, I think they get it done. I don't know if Stephon Diggs, I feel like he's going to be shadowed heavily by this Chiefs defense, and the same thing for Travis Kelce. I think that he's shadowed heavily by the Bills defense, so that those two scare me.
Carrie, why are you not worried about Diggs scoring a touchdown?
I'm not worried about Diggs not scoring a touchdown because he was one of the only Bills players it felt like that didn't score a touchdown last week when they beat up on the Patriots. So I feel like he'll get it done this week as long as Josh Allen can move the football down the field in a really hostile, loud Kansas City environment. And I think that they'll be able to do it. I think that Diggs will score at least 1 touchdown, maybe 2.
Oh, now we're talking, Carrie. Now we're talking. All right. Katie, what are your thoughts?
Carrie, first of all, I just have to say, and Alex had mentioned he'd been on the show before, and I just appreciate, a girl that has the amount of knowledge about football that you do. You always come incredibly prepared, and we give you the heat, and you always have a great retort.
Always.
So I absolutely love that about you, and I appreciate that. And look, I have kind of a similar concerns here. I love Jamar Chase anytime. I mean, God, that Burrow to Chase connection is just absolutely deadly. I like Derrick Henry as well. I don't think that anyone can really stop him. I'm worried about Fournette. I think he's listed as questionable right now. I know with all the receivers out, of course, we want to go to the running back, but that's a question mark for me there. Travis Kelce, he hit for me last week, so I love that. But I don't see any Niners on here.
Oh.
We don't like Debo?
So Debo is a lock every single week, and I'm just afraid that I'm going to stay on that bandwagon too long, and it's going to mess me up a little bit. So that's why I didn't include any Niners this week.
Okay, well thought out.
Katie, would you like to bet on this parlay?
I would like to bet on this parlay. It's a long shot, Carrie. It's a long shot, but it's something worth a little bit of money. I'm going to do $30.
$30. Ace?
I'm going to raise it. And the main reason I am, Carrie, is because if my main concern is that I like it too much, I've bet on things that I dislike. So I might as well roll the dice on this. I'll do 100. I like this for 100. I liked your logic on Stephon Diggs and Travis Kelce. Fournette is kind of a worry area, but I think there's enough here that I like. Let's do 100.
Okay.
So I know I've been kind of quiet throughout this because I wanted to see what my the rest of the panel thought.
Oh.
But I love this parlay because when you're betting on sports, so much is unknown. But when you look at the probabilities of these guys scoring touchdowns, they're pretty high. These guys are key cogs on each of their teams. I'm a little nervous about Dix. I'm a little nervous about playoff Lenny because he's coming back from injury. I'm a little nervous about all of it. But the odds are juicy. So with that, I'm going to go $125. You like apples? You like apples? How about them apples?
I'll tell you what. Now I'm invested, Carrie. Now I'm invested. Now I want to play the game. Okay, now the game's being played. We're doing 150 on my end. We go 150.
Katie?
Let's go 175, sister.
Missed $30 over here.
I just wanted to see what y'all were going to do. I was just going to, bid everybody up here. 175.
175. I'm going to go 200.
Oh.
I'm going to go 200. I love this because I deep down, I feel like something might go wrong. But I don't know which it is. They all have good odds. This is worth putting your money on. It is.
100%.
There's not a doubt. I've convinced.
200?
I have talked myself into this now.
200?
To the point where I know all these are going to hit for sure. I'm giving it my good juju, my good omens. 225.
Ooh, I'm out.
We can't bet against playoff Lenny, and
That's
he
what I'm
practiced
saying.
all week last week. He's coming back. I think that he's
Rams are frauds.
I keep getting
225.
outbid on this show, and it's really starting to bother me. Every single week, I keep getting outbid.
If you're going to dance with the devil, you might as well leave, my friend.
And
I
I have my dancing shoes on this morning. We're going 250.
All right.
I can't
Carrie.
I can't match
250.
250. That's all you, Dave.
250.
Woo!
Coming at you, Carrie. $250 will pay out to over $13,000 when this hits. We need 6 touchdowns from 6 different guys. Do I know which are going to get it, which aren't? No, but that's why we play the game. Carrie, congratulations. $250 coming your way. 13 grand when it hits. Congrats, Carrie.
Go.
looking forward to sweating it out with you, Day.
On the line, we have Yaya from New York. Now, Yaya is going to use his parlay winnings to throw a big Super Bowl party down in Miami. And we were just talking to Yaya. He already has the whole weekend planned out. So this is just to fund it. So you really need this parlay to hit or else you're going to be in the deep red. Yaya, what's your parlay today?
For this week, we got the Titans at -3.5. We got Kansas City Chiefs at 1.5. We got the Packers winning by a touchdown. We got the Rams going +3. We got the Packers going over 47 with the 49ers, high-scoring game. Don't forget about Debo. And then we got the Rams and Bucks 48.5 with Aaron Donald going wild.
The odds on this 6-leg parlay are plus 4,949, so $100 will pay out to over $5 grand. $250 will pay out to over $2,500. Got some favorites, some underdogs, some totals. Katie, what do you like about this parlay? And what do you not like about this parlay?
All right. Yeah, first of all, I love the energy that you're bringing. I love the bright colors that you're getting. A little Miami heat
I like
that I
that
can feel
sweatshirt,
through
too.
the screen. Yes, absolutely. So I like you a lot. And there are a couple things to like about this, and there's a couple things that I don't like about this. First and foremost, I like this Packers 49ers over 47. Last game was 30-28. And look, the Niners didn't have their run game going. So I like that one a lot. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. You know, don't forget about Debo Samuel, but you kind of forgot about him here with the Packers -6. Now, I am a diehard San Francisco 49ers fan, so I'm going to let the other people talk to you about that one because sometimes I get a little too in my feelings here. Chiefs minus the 1.5. I'm a big Bills believer, but I do think that the Chiefs, obviously, they're tested here, so I get that. My question mark to you would be this Titans minus the 3.5. I mean, the Bengals are absolutely rolling, and they are 10-3 as an underdog of 3.5 all the way up to 9.5. So that's a big number right there. And the Rams, I hate to say this, but I think that the Rams are frauds. I mean, they looked pretty good against the Cardinals, but they are 3-5 against playoff teams.
Yeah. Katie just threw a lot of you there. So let's start with this. Why are the Rams not frauds, and why are they going to cover +3?
So the Rams this week have all their defenders back. Cam Akers is back. Henderson should be ready to go. So they're going to have their running backs back. Offensive line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week didn't look too good. Kerrigan ran sprints for the Eagles all year and then recorded 3 sacks once Wirfs went out. So I think with a real defensive team coming in and Stafford who can actually throw the ball, I think the Rams, I think Vegas is trying to trick us on this +3 this week. I think they believe the Rams got it.
Hey, I'm with you on that Rams one. And I'm not that big of a believer in the Rams, but that offensive line is a little banged up for the Bucs. So it is worth keeping an eye on. Ace, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it needs to be said that you're also talking to a Niners fan, and that divisional rivalry. I don't think she's ever gonna believe in the Rams, right? I'm split 50-50 on this. Like, true, 3 picks I like, 3 picks I'm hesitant on. Rams +3, love. Both overs, love. I mean, Rams Bucks, you're talking about 2 of the top passing offenses in the league. That's an over.
Yep.
It's the covers that scare me, right? The Bengals Titans feels like a toss-up to me. So 3.5 to cover feels like a bit much. The Packers covering -6 feels like a lot, and I want you to talk to me about that one because I think that the Packers win the game, don't get me wrong, but the Niners make it a game. And I don't think it's a touchdown game. I think we're talking about a field goal. I want to see what you say about that.
Yeah, I think the game starts off strong with Jimmy G and Debo leading the way, with Kittles. And, I think they're going to come out strong. But I think when you go to the frozen tundra and you go over to Lambeau, Aaron Rodgers got something special for you. And let's not forget, he gave all that drama to begin with, the beginning of the season. And that boy has not lost at Lambeau since. He took that loss at Detroit, but he has not lost. He's not losing at Lambeau. And the 49ers, as good as they are, Aaron Rodgers got something for them.
Hey, there's some things I like on this parlay. There's some things that scare me a little bit. One thing that scares me, the Titans covering 3.5. And that's because if the Bengals get up early, which they can because Burrow, Chase, that offense is legit. If they get ahead early, then Tennessee can't really run the ball anymore. They have to start throwing the ball, and I don't see Tennessee being able to keep up with Cincinnati in a shootout. Like, Tannehill is great. I like Tannehill. He's no Joey B. He's no Joe Shiesty. Is that Joe Shiesty? Yeah, that. All right, so I like the Bengals in there. Big fan of your totals, though. Let me ask these two right here. You guys bidding on this parlay?
I'll do 50, and because I said, truthfully, there's 3 I love the Rams to cover and the overs. The other covers with the Packers, Chiefs, Titans, I'm hesitant on, but I'll do 50.
Katie?
Okay. Yeah. I really like you a lot. And I do think that you gave a good retort when I talked to you about the Rams. I really like the amount of research that you do into this. I think that they are smart picks, even if I don't agree with all of them.
Katie.
There's one that I'll do.
Feels like she's breaking up with you.
60.
60. I was gonna cap mine at 50, and now it's already been passed. So I'm gonna let these two duke it out right here.
I'll raise it. Let's just make it even, right? I'll do an even 100 on this. We'll do 100. So I'm honestly more intrigued about funding your Miami Super Bowl party than these bets themselves. I just want the chance for that to happen. So I'll do 100.
Katie?
I will let Ace give you $100. Yeah, congratulations.
$100 from Ace to Yaya's pockets. Hey, where's the Super Bowl party gonna be?
I get invited though.
Coral Gables in Miami. Back row. We got a nice house. Nobody should bother us.
You already had this whole thing planned out.
Oh, yeah. We got the projector already coming in.
The security deposit's already down.
$100 will pay out to over $5,000. Thanks for calling in, Yaya. Best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Yaya.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Big O's.
On the line, we have Jerry from New York. Now, Jerry's going to use his parlay winnings to just roll it over into championship weekend. Love where your head's at. Jerry, what's your parlay today?
First leg of that, we're going to have the Titans -3.5. Second leg, we're going to have the Packers -6. Third leg of that parlay is going to be the Chiefs -1.5. And then I have an alternate line for the fourth leg of the Chiefs-Bills game over 50.5.
So the odds on this four-legged parlay are plus 1,003. So $100 will pay out to over $1,100. $250 will pay out to over $2,700. Talk to me.
So what I do like, I'll just start with that. Chiefs Bills over with the alt. I love it. Okay, these are two teams that can put up points. I think on a normal, the regular line, this hits. The regular total, this goes over.
Yep.
What scares me is the covers, right? Titans 3.5, Packers 6. Those two specifically, they give me a little bit of an uneasy feeling, and I want you to talk to me about that a little bit on what you see there. Because quite frankly, I think the Packers win, and I can see the Titans winning, but I think these games are field goals games, like very, very tight.
I really like this Titans team over here in this spot. I honestly think this is just a pretty bad spot for the Bengals. I took this line a little bit separately in a different wager at -3 right when it opened up to move to -3.5. I think that, Titans are a very physical team. This game's going to boil down to the trenches. The Bengals lost 2 of their starting D tackles last week. Not a good deal. And Trey Hendrickson, their best player on defense as well, is in concussion protocol. I think he plays, but not sure what percentage he'll be at. And look, at the end of the day, Tennessee's at home. And for the first time in a long time, and we haven't seen this often throughout this season, we're going to see Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry all on the field at the same time. And I think that bodes obviously well for the Titans at home. I think they handle business here. And I think they take care of them with the physicality up in the trenches.
Tennessee has definitely been disrespected, especially since Derrick Henry got hurt. But they do have some really impressive wins, including in Buffalo. They have a nice resume. They do. Katie, what are your thoughts?
I like that you brought this total down to 50.5 from 54. You know, we're talking about these offenses so much, but let's not forget the Bills have the #1 pass defense in the NFL. They're also #1 in the least amount of red zone conversions. And as many, you know, weapons as the Chiefs have on their side, let's not forget about the Super Bowl last year when they were absolutely bottled up and didn't have a touchdown. So what I'd like to say, I like that you brought that down. Now this Packers -6. What I'll say about this one is obviously there was some line movement here, right? Opened up at 4.5 and then it went to 6. The indication here is that something is wrong with Jimmy Garoppolo. However, I really do think that he's playing. So I agree with you and that the Packers could win this game. I'm a Niners fan, so I have, you know, my feelings about this. If you're going to take the Packers, then why not wait closer to game time when this line is going to drop? Because the 6 points to give the Niners, that is a lot of points. Now, the Niners have won in the last 3 postseason games against the Packers, 2012, 2013, and 2019. Packers, of course, did beat the 49ers earlier this season, but hey, our pass rush wasn't there yet, and our run game wasn't there yet. Deebo Samuel, we weren't using him in the backfield like we're using him now, and we didn't even have Mitchell. Yeah, so we. So it's not that I think that the Niners are necessarily going to win this game. I'm hopeful, but this 6 point, that's a lot of points to give the Packers versus the Niners.
Jerry, why are the Packers covering?
6 points is a lot of points, and obviously if this line moves in my favor closer to game time, I'll probably take the Packers again. I think it boils down to this. Look, the Niners are great. Everything you rattled off is completely true. The Niners are probably a great matchup for anyone in the league, especially the Packers, using Deebo out of the backfield and using him at receiver as well. Trent Williams, I think, is also the best offensive lineman in the league. He's a weapon in the run game. Ayuk is great as well. But there's one thing you did mention here that I think we have to pay attention to, and that's the pass rush wasn't there last time. I don't know if he'll be there this week as well. Joey Bosa, concussion last week. I think he does clear protocols in play, unfortunately, but I don't know if he's going to be 100%. And just ultimately, I think it's a whole different animal going into Lambeau in the middle of January and facing Aaron Rodgers. On the other side of the ball, you're going against Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, just 2 unstoppable forces. You know, they've seen at this point in their career every single defense, you know, known to man. Nothing's going to surprise them. And, you know, Jimmy G banged up in what's forecasted to be like 2-degree weather with wind chills, you know, sore thumb, bum shoulder. It's going to be tough. It's a way different animal trying to be physical in Lambeau than it is in 70-degree weather in California.
I think the 49ers, their type of game can translate to the frozen tundra. Like they can ground and pound and they can control the trenches. And Green Bay has had trouble stopping the run.
Absolutely. But remember, this is Saturday night, right? This is an earlier game. This is Saturday night. They're coming off a big win against the Cowboys last week. They're going to have to travel.
They could run on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They could run on Wednesday if they wanted to as well.
Not recommended.
Not recommended running on Wednesday. Ace, are you going to bid on this parlay?
Yeah, and the reason I will, and it's a testament to Jerry here, because this is a conversation, right? We come in with our points, you come in with yours. I can be swayed. I still am not sold on the Packers -6 or the Titans -3.5 like 100%, but I am enough to give you 50 because I think you bring up some good points. I'm not the most enthusiastic about it, but there's enough that you brought up, and there's some great points here that I'll give you 50 there.
50. Katie?
I don't think I can go over 50 in this one, Jerry. I will say that, you know, you're extremely smart. And, you know, even though it's very chalky, you gave a very good explanation for everything. I might not agree with it. I was going to go 50 as well, so Ace might as well take this.
I like the Chiefs. I like the over. It also scares me that Vegas had a monster weekend just because favorites did so great in Wild Card Weekend. And I think a lot of people are going to try to run it back. I'd rather be on Vegas' side than the public side because Vegas seems to be making money every single year. I'm going to dip out of this one. Ace, $50?
50.
$50 50 to Jerry's pockets when this parlay hits. It'll pay out to over $500. Hey, $500 on a championship Sunday.
We roll it into the next Sunday, and then we roll it into the Super Bowl, and then after that, we're into March Madness, and you and I are just riding the heater. How's that sound?
We'll ride it. We'll end up 5,000 by the time the Super Bowl rolls around.
Jerry, congratulations. $50 coming your way. Enjoy divisional round.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
If you have a parlay that needs to get funded, if you have a big ticket, a big winner, you just need to get on the show and take all of our money, DM us, comment on this video, or better yet, email us at parlayhotseat@itsovertime.com. We'll get you on the show, get you funded for Championship Sunday. No purchase necessary. 21 years or older to enter. Visit overtime.tv/contest for the full rules.
You know the vibes, fam. Listen, the drops don't stop and neither do the blessings. If you want to get drippy like your boy, you know you do, all you gotta do is click the link over here. Also, don't forget to subscribe this away and check out more fire videos over here. You know what it is. It's the O way or no way.